Ferrari 2023 redesign will change F1 in the future. The car reveal season among us, and it is one of the best times of the year. We see some of the most beautiful, mouth-watering cars, some lackluster cars, and some controversial cars. Today, we will talk about one car that has created quite a splash. Yes, we are talking about the Ferrari. There are rumors that an additional 30 horsepower has been added. Some Ferraris claim to be a full second quicker. As an F1 fan, we've heard it all before. Even team manager Frederick Vasseur has dismissed the claims, claiming that they are all nonsense. But as the team's leader, you would expect him to say this, since he would not want to reveal anything to the press or his competitors. If Ferrari can improve their plans and Mercedes can enhance their vehicles, we will have a fantastic season this year. Sainz, who won his first race in 2022 and will be seeking to add to his score, said of the car, "I believe it was honestly great," Sainz said after his first encounter with the car. And as Ferrari, today I'm glad to allow myself to give a bit of praise to the team and what they organized, because I think it influences their influence today. Charles Leclerc is pleased with his new Ferrari, stating, "It feels excellent," when questioned about his initial opinion of the vehicle. "We always need to wait before putting the real car on track to obviously correlate all the data, but on the simulator, it feels positive. There are some differences, so we need to adapt a little bit the driving style, but overall, the feeling is good. It seems that the weakness we had last year is better for this year, which was the goal, but we still need to wait for the first few real laps before speaking." Now let's talk about the changes in the car. The side pods of automobiles have also been heavily discussed this year, with Mercedes keeping to a zero-pod design and Red Bull sporting flatter side pods if internet leaks are correct. Ferrari's side pods appear to have undergone modest alterations. Ferrari's 2022 vehicle had an obvious difficulty with engine cooling, which the tweaks to the side pods appear to be addressing. They've designed several cooling cutouts on the curved top profile of the side pods, as well as an extra hot air vent vertically situated at the side of the cockpit. This might be used for cooling airflow and airflow around the nose, since it is similar to how the S-duct forms a conduit for airflow around the nose. Talking about the car's floor has been redesigned. The front edge with two separate planes seen on the automobile last year has been removed. It has instead been positioned on a single plane. Other improvements include a raised side edge of the floor with several profiles that channel airflow into the interior area, assisting with any air leakage beneath the car. Additional minor alterations include a trio of winglets emerging from the side pod's outer corner. The halo design has been modified, with a boomerang winglet added to aid smooth the airflow's safe passage over and around the safety structure. Many of these upgrades sound excellent, but the one that appears to be causing problems for the Ferrari team is their front wing. Well, we won't go into details, but go back to 2022 and Mercedes, whose front wing received some criticism. Many claim that they had diverted airflow via slot gap separators on the front wing, rather than utilizing them for their original function. The FIA agreed and began its inquiry. Mercedes withdrew the front wing, almost as an admission of guilt, and it never made it to the track. A closer examination of the Ferrari front wing reveals similarities to the Mercedes 2022 design. The front wing is still a pushrod design, but it has been tapered down towards the end plates, and the steering rod is now at the same level as the lower wishbone, which helps with aero cleanliness. The 5 diverters on the Ferrari front wing that stretch out above the triangular winglets on the top rear corner of the halo's trailing legs are the largest elephant in the room. They are identical to the ones Mercedes brought to Austin and were eventually found unlawful. F1 teams aren't exactly best buddies, and we're sure that this hasn't gone unnoticed by the other teams, particularly Mercedes, who will be phoning the FIA or making sure they are aware of the situation. Finally, either the FIA launches an inquiry and Ferrari changes their front wing, or the strikes are found lawful and all other teams adopt them. Teams like stealing from one another, and if they believe it would provide them an edge, they will embrace it. The real question now is whether the FIA will investigate Ferrari, or whether Ferrari misread the new rules for the 2023 season. So, what do you think about these new, controversial changes? Will the FIA investigate Ferrari? Will Ferrari make the changes to the car, or keep it the same? Tell us in the comments section below. When every second matters in Formula 1, this might make a significant difference. So why would Ferrari have taken the risk? We are rather certain we haven't heard the last of this. It will be interesting to see whether these make it onto the circuit in Bahrain. Ferrari created a splash with their vehicle debut and made the most of their media time on the track. With limited practice time this year, teams must make the most of their opportunities. We will see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.